Raid Shadow Legends, we are here with Scrapper. This is the rage of the community right now because we just had an update that made it so lower level HP shields do not overwrite bigger ones. That was a big issue in this game before. We would come in here with this A2, we'd get this big shield, and then we would do his A1 and it would overwrite this big one. Well, that's been fixed. I know there's a lot of things going on with Miscreated Monster. We'll address that in another video. But right now with Scrapper, I can tell you this. This guy is still not to be used unless you have a very limited roster. Otherwise, this guy is still not viable for in-game Scarab King. If you've seen any videos out there where he does lower ones, just forget it, guys. It's not worth it. Don't use him. This is not working properly. This is actually not doing what it says here, and it's always been that way. It does not give him a 30% of his max HP shield. We had him at 60,000 HP, and we had hardly any kind of HP shield on him. It's based off of damage done. Just like this one is based off of damage done. If you look at Scrapper here, you'll see that on his A2 right here, his A2 hits for 6.5 multiplier. His A1 is 4. But then the damage dealt gives him a shield, and then down here you see too that the damage dealt gives you a shield. And it's easy to test this. I'm going to show you right now. We're going to see a shield based off of damage, then we're going to give him an increased attack, which is going to be an even bigger shield. So look how much damage. We actually hit really hard there. We took him down to almost half. Now let's see how much damage we can absorb with this shield. 21,000 there. And 10,000. So usually around 30,000 is what I can absorb with it when I do this move, when I hit hard. But if they don't have a lot of HP left, I didn't do that much damage. So now look at it. My shield is much smaller. He didn't have enough HP left for me to hit him. So this is lying to you. In general, it would be better if it was based off his max HP. Then we could make him really tanky with a lot of HP as well as hit relatively hard. And then he could come in here and every 2 turns have a big shield on him. But it is cool also that it's based off of damage, so if you do have something in here like an actual team, he can get some really big shields for him. And it'll be good and fun. And then yes, you could viably use him somewhere in a team, but do you need to? Do you need to use this kind of rare? And again, going in against the Scarab King, you don't do a lot of damage initially because the Scarab King is negating so much damage, so you're not going to get a big shield. It doesn't matter what videos you've seen out there about Scrapper, doing lower level dungeons in Doom Tower or doing Doom Tower normal. If you have a limited roster and you want to use Scrapper for Doom Tower normal, that's fine. But he is not viable for in-game Scarab King. Just forget the dream, forget soloing and making things happen with this guy. It's not worth it. Don't do it no matter what you've seen, believe me. Plus, we've tested him on in-game Scarab King if you watch my video and it just won't work for you. It will not work. I've done thorough testing with this guy. It's not going to happen. So just give up that dream and use him if you want to. Just be smart about what you're doing. So there we saw what kind of shield we can get. Now we're going to increase that shield by adding increased attack. Okay, so we're going to go in here now. And we already test on stream with him having around 50,000 to 60,000 HP. When he has 50 to 60,000 HP, again, that ability is not accurate. It doesn't give him a shield based off of his max HP. When he went to hit, his shield was even smaller. Like this shield is going to be bigger now because we have increased attack. Look at that damage we did. Our shield is much bigger. We'll be able to tell because we'll see how much damage we're going to absorb now. Okay, let's wait for see what these guys hit us for. These two are going to hit us for 17,000. And now this one's going to hit us for 16,000. And we still have a shield up. Over 30,000 and we still have a shield up because we had that increased attack and we're doing more damage. Can he hit hard on this ability if you have insane gear? It's a 6.5 multiplier. Yes, you can. You can hit hard. But now we're not hitting as hard because we don't have that increased attack. This person has higher defense than the one we were attacking a minute ago. Now his shield is not that high. Now we've got this back up. You see what I'm saying, right? You see how it's working. So when we did have him at much higher HP but lower attack, the shield was less. So I don't know why it says that, but they need to change it, right? They need to definitely change it or update it or fix it to where he's doing it based off of max HP or at least show you that it's actually done based off of damage. Because now we're going to come in here and if we hit her, we're not able to take away that much damage, that much HP, so it's going to be a smaller shield than if we were to hit the one on the far left because she has HP for us to do. So we'll hit the far left, get a bigger shield up. See how much we did? We would have only hit her for such a small amount and we would have had a much smaller shield here. So you got to be careful with him too, with what you're doing. He's just not the champion we want him to be. He's strong. I'll give him that. He's still strong, but he is, after all, a rare and he's a fun rare to play around with. But usually if you're progressing in the game, coming up in the game, I think he could help you. if you have lifesteal gear to help you progress in the game, especially if you can go out there with a full team, right? Get that AoE decreased defense up with your War Maiden. Come in there with him. Keep himself covered with shields. He'll have the lowest HP. The other team should come after him. Here, I'll show you the shield now on this one. Look, she didn't have a lot of HP for us to absorb, for us to kill. Look at that shield. So now he could be hurt. He could really be hurt and killed. So it's hard to play him, right? It is very hard to play him. And can you imagine going up against a Scarab King, not doing a lot of damage on the A1 and the A2, and having this little baby shield, and then the Scarab King goes and whacks the hell out of you? Because then, if you do have a lot of HP, it's still not helping you. I kind of wish, I don't know, you guys let me know down below. Do you think it should play the way it says right now, or do you think you like the way that it's always been? I mean, it's always been this way, where it's based off of the damage done. I don't like it based off of the damage done because, as you saw, when they're lower in HP, he doesn't get a big shield. If it was 30% of his max HP, we would know exactly what he's going to have every time up, how much he's going to absorb there. But being that it's this way, it makes it much harder. As long as we can keep this up, he can be our main DPSer. It's just like, why though? Like, unless you're trying to progress or you're trying to do something funny in the game, or you don't have a big roster and you're trying to get through Doom Tower normal, then okay. But even then, look what happened. We've got no heals on him. He came over there, hit that person with low life. Now we're getting counterattacked. Now he's dead. And he's got crazy gear. We've got 2 people to heal right now. He's just not a very, he's a fun looking champion. Here's the new lifesteal gear we have on him. Look at the total stats. Now we've got 4,244, 100% chance to crit, which we need on that A2. And we've got him in some pretty fancy lifesteal gear with attack, and all the rest here. His HP went to the same one, 35,000. We're going to see if this guy can survive and heal back all this damage or not. Maybe he can make it through here with Deacon, decrease defense, doing some stuns as well, increase attack, some heals, and we can just have everybody attack our Scrapper with lifesteal on and the shields that he's going to do. Should be okay, because now he's going to hit hard with the decreased defense up, the increased attack. They're going to come after him, of course. There he goes, laying people down. Everybody's got really good speed. They're all over 200, and we're wrapping them up. Hitting hard, right? Still hitting pretty decent, but we don't have that Savage set on. Anytime you can ignore defense, you're doing more damage, so we're not doing as much damage as Savage, of course, but we're doing respectable damage. And what happened to our shield? Our whole entire, oh, because we killed her when she had no life left, right? And we're done. Okay, okay. That's it. We're at the hardest Doom Tower on normal. Let's put him in here with some Cold Heart, see what he can do going through here, see if he does enough damage to actually put up some shields. We could put him with a lot of HP where he's not doing much damage at all with a regen set and try to regen back. But really, he's doing such small shields right now. He's going to still do the small shield regardless of what kind of damage he's putting out until he knocks down the Scarab King shield. We would need to do War Master procs because we've got him right now in a Helm Smasher setup. Look at this. The shield is so small. He got hit through it. Shield is so small again, but he did decrease the max HP up top. If he could get to a point to where he could actually do a good amount of damage, then yes, he's dead again. Well, a lot of HP in a regen set doing a lot less damage is how I'd have to come in here and try to do this. That way he could attack, get a small shield, keep regenning back all that, doing this smash every once in a while, and slowly beat down the Scarab King, which probably isn't even feasible to most people at mid-game or early game. They're not going to have that kind of regen set, HP, speed to be able to do all this kind of stuff, resistance, so please, do not waste your time on Scrapper. Let me know your thoughts down below. Do you use him? Do you like him? Do you actually think he's viable for something to use in-game? Even now with the fix, do you think they should fix this so that it does actually what it says here? I mean, what's going on? Raid Shadow Legends, what is happening with this champion? Please let me know your thoughts down below. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys all in a video soon.